October 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. We're in courtroom number 4 today. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studio. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. If it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Yeah, I'll call. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Sal Manella. I'm director. Television. Where were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking the testimony apart. Powers is innocent. You know what that means. Someone in that trailer on that day did it. Right. Don't waste any time putting on the pressure. Witness testimony. The day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 in that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. Yeah, just tried jumping up here and slid right off because it's a really smooth blanket I have right now. Let's see. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. According to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's start picking this sucker apart. I was at the studios from 9 a.m. that morning. Press. Is that when you always come to into work? Oh no. I come in at all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know about freaks in your industry. Still, oof, I was pretty busy all day that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through the employee area. That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else there at the run through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. He certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. A lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, that's the limp. Which of course led me to missing my lunch. Lying on the floor starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak! The assistant cooked some up. Think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had meeting in studio trailer 2, so I ended up skipping. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah. Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. What you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't want to mention it. But I did eat, after all. T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah. Well, I mean, the assistant went through all the trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Really a man who likes to eat? I expected as much. So what exactly did you eat? Or when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in the meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one in a bit more. In the meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella. Those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? Meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's where he's lying. You didn't take a single break. Well. Yeah, not a one. Studying so much about it, I wonder. Only had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Well. Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor. I call the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah! Whew. We took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. The break. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 30. That's the time of death. So we could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and came back. I guess it's possible time-wise. It was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on the table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, D. Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, producer. Eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say you committed murder in Studio 1, lol. Why is that? Haven't we heard enough of these pointless line of questioning? Your Honor. The testimony to this point has made one fact, or certain fact, painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright, Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Claim one of the people. Someone from the trailer went to Studio One. No, it's impossible. The whole tree thing going on. We're gonna save. I want to write so many possible subjects, but I can't suspects, but I can't keep claiming it the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a problem. Somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there are several other people in the studio, 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the studios... Steel Samurai. Given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking in decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor. The prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witnesses saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. October 19th, 11:04 a.m. District Court Lobby, Defendant Lobby, or District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... Sorry, Phoenix. Guess I was wrong. But Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what do hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Thank you for finally laying down. October 19th, 11:15. District Courtroom. Courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender 8 years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth is taking moral high ground. However, we have no choice. Prosecution calls Cody Hackins to stand. Child. Your Honor, perhaps we could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. There we go. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you get to push me around. Ugh. Yeah, you didn't give him a super ultra rare card. Edgeworth. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth. Please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness? I mean, Cody? Having trouble with the gentle thing. Oh, God. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with beard over there? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth would be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen, thank you. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had the bargain terms with a kid? And you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness's account. I wanted to see this Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. Sorry. I was going to the studio, for the studio. I kind of got lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out of by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Hey, Miam! Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you are talking to a child. It is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Alright. Okay. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person? Kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. Kind of far away. Oh, he's being awfully vague. Or Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Out of bed. Like he was dead. I guess he was a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. Why didn't you have the camera? If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really. I guess seeing the killing freaked him out. He went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. For you to say. Let me... Cody, what you just said seems a little strange. Didn't you just say, you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Ah! Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. They're putting too much pressure on the... Too much. What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. Kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so? I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody. What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And you did use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy just stops moving. So strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? Oh, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. I was glued to the action, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No! Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. That was for the bad guy. Wham. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, of course, the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do that? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. Still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated that he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. Ugh. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order. Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Next, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. You have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Didn't watch it, he was watching something else show up. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? What a fudger. Huh, lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I shall ask the question again when you... And you knew, didn't he? If he was trying to take a picture and he doesn't know how to use it all that great, and that could be it. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, right. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. I thought it was that, but I wasn't sure. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero. And not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. Having you just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor. Thanks for the hydrate! The defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? To the real world, kid. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. No photo? This poor kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Okay, if the clutch is there. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving. Strangely? I held up my camera to take the picture. Why couldn't you just take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. Ooh, thanks for the Bitsy Stedman! Yeah? That's all that happened, yep. There has to be something. Pick up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what the kid's all about. When the lens opened, did you see it? Or what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai? All that happened, yep. That's all. Yeah! I told you, I didn't take a picture. But if once I got that lens open, did he really not take a picture? Not even one? I definitely would have taken it. There's got to be something he... Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. But hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow! Feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that? Less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in the short test? Something, dig up the dirt, Phoenix, da-da-da-da. Got it. Cody. What? Yeah, and every time you say Cody, you follow with it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? You go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. Perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would ever just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has ever won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai has just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture in this album. Realize I think I forgot something very important on this. Yes, I did. Here we are. I feel so dumb. There we go. I totally forgot to add the Twitch alerts. I knew something was off. I couldn't figure out what it was. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what the truth is, it is. Mia, are you sure about this? He actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why is there no picture in the photo or the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No! No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone! Ever! Ah, God, my throat is not happy. Your Honor, witnesses revealed everything with his words. There was a reason he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth! Order. I will have order. Witness. Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Poor child. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. And what is this all about? Camera was the victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, there was no victim. There was no victim! Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. What did you do? Better have been you and not some ghost or some fraud. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. After that, however, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would this victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. Huh? I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. There was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone, that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. Sorry, but this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show them. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts that we all know them to in that photo. It's Studio 2. Your Honor, look at this! I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on the gate? Number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Certainly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found in Studio 1. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Why, it's... Dun dun dun! Studio 2! Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in the Studio 2. Trailer is there. The path was blocked. Trailer's there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to the Studio 2 before the time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court, he said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse is true. Only someone in that trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with the access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime is with Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai's costume? Are you suggesting he did it so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? If they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Why, it's the empty bottle of sleeping pill. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found it on the table at the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a minute. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Powers' blood, fingerprint on the fingerprint, the bottle, examine Hammer's body? That's Powers' blood. An idea? Continue. Run a test of Powers' blood. You should find traces of sleeping pills. This is much time after the day of the murder. Even if there were traces, there's still proof of nothing. No blood test could tell that Hammer was the one who drugged him. Mr. Wright. He's right. Darn. That didn't work. There's gotta be fingerprints, right? An idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check the bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should be show up on this bottle. Ugh. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle was given to the judge. Let's go. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? And who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Because for some bizarre reason in this world, they made a new law that the court is only allowed to go for 3 days. For murder trials! That's insane! Very well. Court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Woo! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair. But that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, We have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks.